A really common fault that students will do is when they are in a meeting traffic situation, which basically means there's parked cars on both sides of the road. If a student has a car that's coming towards them and the car is kind enough to decide to give way to them, sometimes the student will see that and then drive excessively fast towards them. It's very common, okay? So we're just driving down the road, like learner and instructor, having a lovely time. And then somebody will stop and then rocket fuel goes into the car. And we're just absolutely flooring it towards the other person. It's actually relatively funny as long as it's safe. But it's so common that it is a little bit, it makes me giggle a little bit because it's just totally unnecessary. Like if you imagine being the other person, like you're like driving down the road, parked cars on both sides, and you see a little learner down there and you're like, oh bless, like let's give way to this learner, that's nice. And you pull in and then they fly towards you like there's sparks coming out from the back of their tires. You'd be like, hey, like that's mad. So I was talking to my student about this, and she's a legend. She always says the most amazing things. Like I love her analogies and stuff like that. But we were talking about this today because she just increased her speed unnecessarily up to the car that was giving way to us. And it wasn't excessive like I've been like joking about, but she definitely did lift her speed. And what happens in this situation is when you increase your speed like this, it's almost like you've zoned in to that person being the only person in the universe. And there's some kind of God or some kind of king that you need to speed up for. And you zone into them and it's only you and them. And that's wrong. Because if you're increasing your speed to go that fast towards, you've blanked out and made invisible the other possibilities that could happen. Are the doors going to open? Are pedestrians going to walk it like in between the cars? Is a bike going to poke their like wheel out from in between the cars? Guys, it's like you're making other hazards invisible by doing this. Now, the other thing is that the oncoming vehicle who's decided to give way to you has decided to give way to you with the speed that they noticed that you were doing at the time that they decided to give way to you. And what I mean by that is they've locked in to your speed and they've already thought, yeah, I'm going to give way. There is no need to like go really fast towards them. It's almost shocking for them. Why did they do that? They have already, it's predictable for them for you to stay at the same speed that you were. You don't want to slow down in those situations, which is incredibly rare. I don't even need to say that because a student wouldn't do that. But just stay the same and just travel towards them and just say, thank you, that's really nice of you, thanks. I totally nearly forgot to put the analogy in that my student said. So she said, when we were talking about it, she was like, it's just such an English thing to do. Like if somebody holds a door open for you, it's like you skip towards them, you kind of sort of run a little bit because, oh, you're holding the door for me, so I'm just going to like run a little bit so I can get the door. But in driving, you definitely don't do that. If somebody metaphorically is holding the door for you because they've stopped in a meeting traffic situation for you, you don't speed up. Okay, you keep your speed exactly the same. Can't believe I nearly forgot that.